Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. A very tragic incident has occurred where a Titan, submersible Titan, has been lost in the sea, trying to explore the Titanic itself, and all the 5 crew members have perished in it. It's very tragic, especially so when we've come to know there was a young father with his very young son, a teenage son, too, in that expedition. There are certain lessons that need to be understood here. This is time to pause and reflect in our fast-paced lives. What has happened here? Does it make sense that a young father, a billionaire father, having lost his reluctant son, who wasn't wanting to go, he was reluctant, but then over this Father's Day, he thought to please his father and went along with him, and both of them have lost their lives. What does it mean? What message does it carry for us? What are the signs here? The signs that we should try to see and reflect upon. First and foremost, I would say that these incidents, when seen in isolation, do not make any sense at all. Like a father and a son simultaneously together losing their lives. It makes no sense if we look at this particular life in this world in isolation. And then we have also come to know that they have been very generous, especially the father. The son is very young, the father in participating in charitable works. Now, what about that money that he has spent? Has it gone to waste? No. God Almighty says in the Qur'an, the last testament, the final testament as I put it, we have the Torah, the Psalms of David, the Gospel, and the last time God spoke through his Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he gave us the Quran. In chapter 49, verse 51, there is a brilliant verse of the Quran which states, where God states, he reminds us that we have created everything in pairs so that you are reminded. What are the pairs here? For instance, we have the day and night as a pair. They are not in isolation, they work, they complement each other. In daytime, we work, we do go about our different chores. You get tired, in the night, we are supposed to rest and get refreshing for the next day. So a pair complements each other. Similarly, we have the pair as husband and wife. If the earth had only men folk, it would have been a problem. Had it been only women, it would have been in isolation. But they work together. Together they make a unit, a pair. They complement each other through the institution of marriage. Similarly, if you look at the events of the world in isolation, what do we see here? We see that a father and son, an affluent father and an affluent son, losing their lives just like this, through that implosion, catastrophic implosion as it has been termed. We see absence of justice here. We see that each and every human being intrinsically carries some regrets of the past and apprehensions of the future. What is this happening here? Now, as soon as we pair up the life on this earth with the hereafter, that there is life after hereafter, after this life in the hereafter, then things start falling in place. So we believe as a Muslim that the lives which have ended here through that catastrophic implosion has not gone to waste. In the larger perspective of things, the father and son will reunite. Especially the loved ones who have been left behind here, they shall meet their loved ones in the hereafter. That is what makes the complete picture. A very important message here. These incidents serve or should serve as a basis for us to pause and reflect on what is happening here. Similarly, the Titanic ship itself, I believe, is a huge sign. It has been, I think, over 80 years, yet no one has forgotten the Titanic. It remains in the news all along those 8 decades because it should serve as a sign. A ship that was termed as invincible or unsinkable sank in its maiden voyage. There are signs here for us to reflect upon. The other thing, that the charity when a person does not go to waste at all. There are lots of people here who do not do charity because they think when you take out money from your own pocket, perhaps you're losing upon that wealth that you have earned through your own intellect. No, it is not like that. The intellect, the life that we have, has been granted to us by God Almighty. The wealth, the abilities that we have, has been granted to us by God Almighty. He expects us that the people who have money should spend on the have-nots. That is in the larger scheme of things of God Almighty. This is where charity comes in. So we believe that the father who was who gave lots of charity through his wealth, may God bless both of them. May God accept his charity, may God accept their lives, and may God bless them, and may God bless all of them who were in that ill-fated voyage. There were 5 of them, 3 Americans and 2 Pakistanis. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.